Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're checking into one of horror's most classic settings, the haunted hotel. We're going to be unlocking the absolutely terrifying plot of the 2013 Bollywood found footage film Horror Story, a tale of a dare gone horribly, horribly wrong. So let's start with this one line whispered among the characters, because it's basically the key to this entire nightmare. It's not just some spooky story, it's the very foundation of the curse they're about to walk right into. You see, this tells us the evil in the hotel isn't random. Oh no, it's personal. It was born from a real tragedy. Okay, before we even meet our characters, we have to talk about the location. Because in this story, the setting is the monster. We're talking about the abandoned, grandiose hotel, a place with a reputation so dark, it's become a local legend for all the wrong reasons. Look, this place wasn't just unlucky ones. It's like a magnet for death. You can see this horrifying pattern. It starts out as a mental asylum with a mysterious mass death. Then, someone builds a hotel right on top of it. Great idea, right? But the darkness sticks around, leading to more deaths and finally a really high-profile suicide that makes the hotel infamous. And right at the very heart of all this darkness, the absolute epicenter of the haunting is one specific room, 3046. Yep, this was the honeymoon suite where that businessman, Vikrant Narula, took his own life. It's the room that draws our characters in, and trust me, the one they will regret ever entering. So how do our protagonists get dragged into this mess? Well, the story kicks off during a farewell party for one of 7 friends. What starts as a night of celebration quickly takes a turn when someone suggests one last thrilling adventure together. And here we go, the classic group dynamic you see in every horror story. On one side, you've got the skeptics, all bravado, who see the ghost stories as just a fun challenge. But on the other side, you've got the believers, who have this genuine feeling of dread, the ones warning everyone that some things are better left alone. Of course, in true horror movie fashion, bravado wins out. The dare is made, and it's accepted. Prove the stories are fake by spending a night inside the abandoned grandiose hotel. It's a decision that completely seals their fate before they've even stepped through the doors. The moment they step inside the hotel, the whole atmosphere changes. That playful mood from the dare just evaporates. It's replaced by this eerie silence and a creeping sense of being watched. The dust-covered lobby and decaying hallways are no longer an adventure playground. They feel like a tomb. And it doesn't take long for the hotel to make its presence known. Unexplained noises start echoing through the halls, a distant thud, a whisper on the air. At first they try to rationalize it, blaming the wind or old pipes, but the sounds get more distinct, more intelligent, and the unease turns into genuine fear. And then comes the moment every horror fan knows is coming. They decide they've had enough. They go to leave, only to find the massive front doors are locked shut. They are trapped. The game is over. The real horror has just begun. Panic just erupts. The weight of their situation comes crashing down, and one of the friends voices the terrifying thought they're all having. If we don't get out of here now, we'll be gone forever. This line right here marks the official shift from a foolish dare to a desperate struggle for survival. As the supernatural attacks get more and more intense, the friends realize that to survive, they can't just run and hide. They need to understand what they're up against. They have to uncover the truth behind the legend of the grandiose hotel. Their search for answers leads them to a crucial discovery. The entity that's tormenting them isn't just some random evil spirit. It has a history, a motivation, and most importantly, a name. Answering this question becomes their only sliver of hope. The ghost's name is Maya, and her identity connects every single tragic event tied to this land. She wasn't a hotel guest. Her story goes back way further, to the site's original sin, the mental asylum that stood here long before the hotel was ever built. This is the crucial turning point. The friends realize they aren't just in a haunted hotel, they're trespassing on the cursed grounds of a forgotten tragedy. Maya's spirit is bound to this place, a vengeful guardian born from suffering, and she sees anyone who enters as a threat to be eliminated. So now they're armed with this knowledge. They know who the enemy is, but that doesn't make her any less powerful. The final act of the film becomes this frantic, desperate battle against an entity that controls the entire building. I mean, they try everything. They search for a generator, hoping to find an escape route. They even attempt a makeshift ritual to try and banish Maya. But for every step they take, the spirit is 2 steps ahead, twisting their hope into just another part of her terrifying game. Maya's greatest weapon becomes psychological warfare. She mimics their voices, calling for help from behind closed doors, trying to lure them into traps. This single warning, "Don't open the door," shows how paranoia has completely shattered their trust. Is that really your friend outside, or is it the entity just waiting to strike? Ultimately, their struggle is futile. They're just amateurs who have trespassed in the domain of a powerful, ancient rage. Their numbers dwindle as Maya hunts them down, exploiting their fears and turning them against each other until their unity completely dissolves. And this brings us to the grim, inevitable end. The found footage camera captures the final moments as the last survivor realizes the prophecy of the hotel is true. The chilling words, "Everyone will die," are not a warning, but a statement of fact. The curse is absolute. Horror Story leaves us with this really haunting final thought. It's not just about a ghost, but about a place soaked in tragedy. It forces you to ask, when does a location stop being just a setting and become the monster itself? Some places never forget, and they never, ever let you leave.